you want to save your country, you have to be part of the solution, not the problem. You have to think outside of the box. We were just talking about people who live on the edge. How many millions of Americans are living on the edge? If, let's say, oil shoots through the roof, we have $5 a gallon gasoline. That translates to inflation all across the board. People who are living on, we already have 50 million people living on food stamps right now. If it collapses because of oil prices, how many more people need to go onto food stamps? It is Cloward and Piven. Be a shelter for your family, and then if you can afford it, for others as well. I want to talk a little to the audience. Katie, we were talking during the break, and you are just starting to do some food storage of some kind. Why?
Yeah, my husband started a business at the beginning of the year, and it depends on cotton.
Holy cow.
And we've watched it absolutely ripple through his company, but the impact that it has on our household, because you can't just constantly pass that on to your vendors and your customers, because they're in the same position we are. So we eat more and more of it in terms of the profit.
Yeah.
And one of the things we can do is try to buy and store
in advance.
and
right.
Yeah.
Christine, you were saying the same thing. You're in livestock.
And the cost of feed has gone absolutely through the roof. And I actually board horses, but I have trouble. I can't pass it on to my boarders necessarily because they're really in the same boat as everybody else.
Right.
So it does make it a real difficult.
That's what we were saying. I've told you on the program before that the experts tell me that corn could go, and all of the food is like this. Sugar is like $60 or $70 a little bag of sugar. An ear of corn could be $11. $11. The only thing that will stop it from being $11 is the market can't bear it. Nobody could. I mean, you could raise it to $1 million. It doesn't matter. So where does it stop? 6 before people can't afford it anymore? We have, I can't see here because of Harry. Is this Nancy? Nancy, you were actually in. You live here in Manhattan.
Metropolitan
New York.
Suburbs.
So you're living in a place where everything is very small and very expensive.
Right.
Are you food storage?
I am. What I do is minimal compared to some of the other moms that I've been talking to and some of the moms that, as a mom, who have a real production going on. But I do, and I've increased it over the year, I'd say, for this past year. And you don't need to necessarily be a tin hatter living in a bunker typing away on the computer to believe that this is happening. All you have to do is remember, I remember as a kid the Carter years and the inflation that took place and what an impact that had on middle-income average families. You know, I'm one of 6 and my father was a teacher, and our household overhead just rose dramatically, but the salaries didn't. And I remember as a mom, I have appreciation for what my mother went through, knowing that she had 2 kids nearing college and 4 others to feed and the whole 9 that goes along with it. And as a mom, I appreciate that, and I have that same anxiety. So it's only a matter of common sense.
As a mom
is
a great phrase, and I'll explain why here in a second, and a little more direction on where to go and how to start next. I want to, on the bottom of the screen, you should see some websites that are providing information for you on how to get involved and what to do. The inflation we're tracking. We are also looking. There are ways for you to get involved in the littlest way, all the way to I want to have food storage for 5 years. You can do whatever you want. Just listen to your gut, please. I want to tell you a little bit about asamom.org. Lori, it is .org, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Lori Parker has been on the program. She is the president and founder of asamom.org. Also, Barbara Samuels, she is the co-founder of 912superseniors.org. Quickly, what is the one piece of advice you would have for somebody who's watching right now?
If you don't know about food storage, get online, find out about it. our front page, we have a thing that's Food Storage 101. I wrote a year ago because people were asking questions. What is food storage? Why is Glenn a Mormon in food storage? And so I answered all of that. And so we have an answer. We have Food Storage 102, has tons of links to things.
Okay.
Just Google it.
Yeah, you know what? I will, since Lori brought it up, I am a Mormon and this is a faith. Just ask a Mormon. They'll be helping you can. It'll be crazy. Barbara, tell me about super seniors, because the one thing that really bothers me is that seniors are retiring. Stop retiring. Get involved, and that's what your project is doing. What's a piece of advice you have?
Yes. Okay. Well, since you asked the seniors to get involved, they have inundated our website with offers of homeschooling, teaching, helping, volunteer. 700 of them have volunteered to do the food inflation survey.
Great.
They're out there already. We have 100 survey results in. And the seniors know what it is to plan for the future. They're planning now. Food storage, canning, they're planning now. Okay, and one more. Lisa is here, and go to her website as well, thesurvivalmom.com. You can find all this information. Just remember, glennbeck.com. It will direct you all to these sites and so much more information. Back in a minute. Out of time yet again. Tomorrow's program you do not want to miss. One that will blow your mind in a great way. Do not miss tomorrow night's show. From New York, good night, America.